Hello and welcome to this accessible yoga session with me, Sarah Green. Our session today is called Stretch and Restore. It's the kind of session that you might like to do if you know that you need to move today, but you don't really want to do anything too hardcore, you want to take it a little bit easy. Or perhaps if you've had a super busy day and you're just looking for a short practice to do to help you wind down and relax. For our session today, I invite you to grab yourself a yoga strap or something that resembles a yoga strap, perhaps a scarf, a belt, or maybe even a small towel, particularly if you have very tight hamstrings. It might come in handy a little bit later on. So we're going to begin today's session in a comfortable seated position. So whatever that looks like in your body, it might be that you want to cross the legs, you might want to extend them out in front, you might want to sit your bottom on something like a cushion, a yoga block, or anything else that you can find. So find your way there, get yourself super comfortable and just let your hands rest down onto your thighs and allow your eyes to gently close. So we're just taking a moment here, finding stillness through our bodies and allowing our breath to be very natural. So give yourself an opportunity to fully arrive on your yoga mat today. Give yourself a moment to assimilate what's gone on for you in your day so far. You might be stepping onto your mat today feeling exhausted, maybe having had quite a chaotic day, or maybe you've just rolled out of bed and you're feeling quite clear-minded and calm. Regardless of what you arrive to your mat with, it's just taking this time to leave that to one side for now. So arriving in the present moment and allowing yourself the opportunity to connect inwards. So beginning to notice how you feel. Is your attention drawn into certain spaces of your body which perhaps are feeling a little bit tight or tense today? Maybe generally you're feeling very open, spacious in your body. Notice how your energy levels are, and perhaps where you want them to be. So let's begin to deepen our breaths. And as you breathe in, I'd like you to invite any sensations or feelings that you want to invite into your physical or your energetic body today. So it might be that you want to invite in a sense of vitality. It might be that you want to feel more calm, more centered. It's just asking yourself how you want to feel and have a sense with every in-breath that you're drawing it in a little deeper. Nice long breaths in. And each time you exhale, have a sense that you're trying to squeeze every last drop of air from your lungs, so really letting that breath go. Full breaths in and deep breaths out. And we're going to start the practice today with one of my favourite pranayama breathing exercises. And this is called alternate nostril breathing. I love this breathing exercise because it helps me to feel both calm and at the same time a little more energized as well. And this is all about bringing your energy channels in your body into balance. So you can keep your eyes closed or you may want to flick them open just for a moment. We're going to take our right hand into Vishnu Mudra, which is essentially just turning down the 3 middle fingers into the center so that you have your pinky and your thumb free. and we're going to close off our right nostril with the right thumb. Take a full and expansive breath through your left nostril until you're completely filled with air. When you're full, gently closing your left nostril, opening your right and exhaling through your right. Now breathe in through your right nostril. At the top, close the right, open the left and exhale through your left. Inhale fully through your left. Close the left, exhale through your right. Inhale through your right. Close your right and exhale through your left. Keep this going. Inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. And just keep going like this for a few more rounds. So for a little bit of extra context of what this breath work does for us, we're known to have two separate energy channels running down each side of our body. The right side governs our masculine energies. These are thought to be more of our higher energies, like extreme excitement, elation, and at the same time, things like anger and frustration. On the left side, we're governed by our feminine energies. These are the calmer, cooler energies. Ones that perhaps make us feel a little bit more tired and fatigued. Ones that help us to feel more calmed and centered. So by doing this exercise, we're looking to balance out the energy channels on both sides of the body and bring ourselves back into this sense of equilibrium. So after your next exhalation, I'd like you to gently let go, bring your right hand back down onto your thigh, and just take a few moments to take some full breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Just noticing how you feel. Really nice work. Gently start to flicker your eyes open. Okay, let's come down onto our back. We're going to do a simple, quick ab exercise just to get our core engaged. Nothing too scary, so don't worry. So taking your time to lie all the way down. And I'd like you to rest your arms down by the side of your body and hover your feet away from the floor. Now getting our legs into this right angle shape, so the hips line up with the knees line up with the heels. Maybe you want to place one hand just kind of under the small of your back so that you have this awareness of whether your low back naturally curls up and away from the floor. And if you have the hand there, I want you to press your low back into the hand and keep it there for the duration of this exercise as much as you can. So nice deep breath in, nice full breath out, and let's just set the intention to keep these deep breaths going as we begin to move. You're just very gently going to tap one toe down to the floor, lift the knee back up to that right angle shape, and then take the other toe down to the floor. And then lift back up. So we're just alternating between our legs here. Try not to do this too fast. The slower you move, the more you're going to have to engage your abdominals in order to control the movement. So if you've got your hand under your low back, keep thinking about pressing the low back down into your hand. Moving the feet nice and slowly, 1 foot at a time. The belly button gently draws in toward the spine. And all the while we're moving, we're breathing nice and deeply here. So just alternating the feet, tapping one toe at a time. It might be that you inhale as you tap the left toe down to the floor, and then you exhale as you bring the left knee back up. You inhale to send the right toe down, and you exhale to bring the right knee back up. So again, if we're moving with our breath, then we know that we're moving very mindfully. And also, It gives us a nice pace, so we know we're not going too fast. Let's just do one more toe tap to each side. Well done. And then gently release. Bring the feet down to the floor. Nice big sigh out through the mouth. Take your hand out from underneath your low back. If you need to hug the knees in or stretch the arms and the legs away, then feel free to do so. Nice big sigh out through the mouth. Simple but very, very effective ab work. That's as hard as it's going to get today, don't worry. So I now want you to draw both knees into your chest, have your big toes touching, and place both hands onto your knees. Mobilizing the hips now. Start to draw some nice big circles with your knees. Round and round you go. Almost like you're doing a breaststroke through the legs. And again here you can start to marry the movement and breath. So maybe as you inhale, the knees go outwards, and as you exhale, the knees circle back inwards. Remember, we're moving gently today, we're moving slowly and mindfully, thinking about restoring the body. And then let's gently start to reverse those circles now. Nice big breaths. Taking your circles, making them as big or small as feels good for you. Being mindful if you've got a bit of scar tissue perhaps in your hip joints, which creates a bit of like a crunching. So long as it's not painful, that's fine. Just move nice and slowly, nice and mindfully. Good. Start to find your way to stillness. Hug your right knee in toward your chest. Option 1 is to bring the sole of your left foot down to the floor. Option 2 is to stretch your left leg out along the mat. So do what feels good for you. If your left leg is extended, press the back of your left leg down into the floor, flex through left toes and press through the sole of the foot. And on your out breath, gently, gently begin to encourage the right knee slightly closer toward your right armpit. Get into that nice, deep and expansive breath. And if you're quite open through the hips, you might even be able to take the right knee into the crook of your elbow. Maybe even closing off your eyes here, particularly if it helps you to increase that sense of relaxation in your body. Excellent. Let's take this into half happy baby. So bring the sole of your right foot now to face up toward the ceiling. You can either hold on to the back of your right thigh with your hand, or maybe take your hand to the outer edge of the right foot. There's a sense that you're drawing this right knee down toward the armpit, so make sure that it's not coming into the center of the chest. The knee is nice and wide. Left hand can rest just very gently onto the top of the left hip, which will avoid you from rolling all the way over to the right side. Keep both butt cheeks grounded to the floor. Big breaths in. Press through the sole of your left foot. Gently as you exhale, you're drawing that right knee slightly closer towards your right armpit. Relax your jaw and your shoulders. If this is really tight for your hip, feel free to part the lips and big sighs out through the mouth. And one more full inhalation. And on your exhale, begin to bend your left knee unless it's already there to bring the sole of your left foot to the floor. Single pigeon, right ankle comes across the left thigh to create this figure 4-like shape through the legs. Now this can be a very strong opener for the hip. So if this feels enough, just stay exactly as you are and begin to get into your breath. If you want a little bit more, you may want to press very, very gently the right hand onto the right thigh, which will just encourage your right knee to move a little bit wider, a little bit further forwards. Feel your low back on the mat. And again, you're welcome to stay here. But if you want to come deeper still, start to allow the legs to move towards you. The hands may want to interlace behind the thigh or perhaps even over the top of the left shin. And if that's tricky and you have a strap, you can use the strap to make your arms just a little bit longer. Nice big breaths. Low back is connected to the floor, right knee moves away from you. If you're taking tension up into your jaw or into your face, just try to actively soften into those spaces. Our hips are a space in the body where we carry a lot of emotional tension. So just being aware of what comes up, but allowing those thoughts to play out. Try not to get involved into them and running off into the stories of your mind. One more full inhale. And then gently release the sole of your left foot down to the floor. Let's get into our hamstring stretch now. So if you have your yoga belts or your makeshift yoga strap, I'd like you to take it around the ball of your right foot. If you can catch hold of the big toe with your right hand, you're welcome to, but you don't have to. And again, you can have the left foot or the left leg extended or the knee bent. So just work with what feels good for you. Now, we're always thinking that we need to have the legs poker straight in yoga, but if your hamstring is super tight, a little bend in the knee is going to be better for you here. So feel free to keep a little softness in the knee, but make sure that the right toes are nice and flexed. Nice big breaths in, you're drawing the right big toe slightly closer towards you. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep your face relaxed. And just take a little bit of time here to allow the back of your right leg to open up. Make sure that you're not forcing the leg towards you. If you're really tight and tense through the body and this is excruciating, then just soften a little bit. Take it back slightly. This isn't about forcing your body into a stretch. This is about allowing your body to open up at its own speed. One more deep inhale. Then gently release. Take your yoga strap off, pop it over to one side for the moment, and let's take all of that to the second side now. Hopefully the right leg feels a little bit longer. Left knee draws into chest, either keeping the sole of the right foot grounded or stretching the foot out along the floor. Deep breaths in. On your out breath, you're gently encouraging your left knee slightly closer toward the left armpit and pressing the sole of your right foot forwards to really keep that right leg active if it's extended. There's a sense of gently encouraging yourself into this stretch and listening to your body. If you did so on the first side and can do here, maybe you're taking your left knee into the crook of the left elbow. Soften your face, soften your belly, and continue to breathe. Good job. Keep that deep breath going. Let's move into half happy baby now. Sole of left foot to sky. You might be holding onto the back of the thigh, or you might be holding onto the outer edge of the foot. Again, think about your knee coming wide, so it's almost moving down into the armpit rather than coming toward the center of your chest. Right hand to the top of the right hip helps you to avoid rolling over to the left side. Both butt cheeks are grounded into the floor. Maybe close your eyes, start to get into your breath. And in our yoga practice, we're always looking for a sense of complete awareness. Our body feels different every time we step onto our yoga mat. So don't think about recreating a posture that you've done a million times before. Just allow your body to be as it is right now and adjusting your practice to make it feel good for you. This isn't no pain, no gain. We're conditioned to do what we're told, but I'm asking you to do what feels good for you. If that means backing off today a little bit, then do it. If that means taking it deeper today, then be my guest. Another full inhale. On your exhale, bend the right knee, sole of foot to floor, single pigeon. Left ankle comes across the right thigh, creating that figure 4 shape through the legs. Left hand maybe resting onto the front of the left thigh if you just want to take it a little bit further, but not all the way. But if you want to take it to the deepest variation today, then drawing the legs towards you, hands either interlacing behind your right thigh or over the top of your right shin. So it's your foot that's on the pedal here, hypothetically. If you want to make this more intense, you're thinking about sending the left knee away from you and the right thigh closer toward you. So they're moving in opposite directions. And the further you move your left knee forwards, the deeper your opening in the left hip will feel. This is a really gorgeous way of opening up the low back as well. So hopefully you can feel your low back grounded to the floor. Can you still feel and hear your breath moving? Well done. Moving into our hamstring stretch finally. So sole of right foot to the floor for a moment. Take your yoga strap or your makeshift yoga strap around the ball of your left foot. Stretch the leg up toward the ceiling. And again, just judge how straight you wish to have that left leg. So soften into the knee slightly if that feels a little bit kinder for your hamstring today. Otherwise, you can reach through the heel more if you prefer. Flexing through left toes, nice deep breaths in. Full and expansive breaths out, and you're gently encouraging the left foot slightly closer towards you. Remember, you can always extend the right leg out along the mat as well if you did on the first side or if it just feels good here. So closing your eyes, feeling really calm, making sure that you're doing this as gently as you can. Remembering that this practice is all about restoring our body and opening up our body. So having patience, giving ourselves the space and time that we need. One more deep and expansive breath in. And on your exhale, gently release. Take your strap over to one side, placing it there, and let's move into final relaxation. So if low back feels sensitive, feet can be mat width with the knees knocking together. Otherwise, stretch your legs out along the floor. For me, I often feel more connected with my breath by having the hands resting on my body. But if you feel like you need to take the arms wide alongside you, then you're very welcome to. Your eyes are closed. You've let go of any control over your breath. And you're beginning to allow in a sense of relaxation that's taking you deeper and deeper and deeper. You're feeling the muscles of your face soften. You're relaxing your shoulders and your belly. You're softening your thighs, calves and shins. You're letting go of the shoulders, the upper arms and lower arms. And you're allowing that softness to radiate outwards all the way into your fingertips and your toes. Nothing to do right now except completely relax. So if you have a little bit longer today, please feel free to stay here in relaxation for as long as you possibly can. But if you need to be making your way, very gently, take your awareness to hands and feet before beginning to reintroduce some movements there. You might eventually take a full body stretch, and at some stage roll yourself over to one side and come up to seated. No rush, take your time. Arriving in that seated position, maybe taking the hands to prayer at your heart center. To seal the energy of our practice, take a full breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Prayer hands moving to the space between your eyebrows. Peace in your thoughts. Prayer hands in front of your lips. Peace in your words. And in front of your heart space. Peace in your actions. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to switch on the notifications, and any questions or queries, drop them down into the comments below. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you on the mat again very soon.